we have a special guest. We have Ryan, I'm sorry. Ryan from Best Buy. I've only talked to him 10 times in the last day and a half. Who's going to come and give us some tech tips on video production. And he also has a special gift for someone in the audience. We have our volunteer here. Yeah, volunteer. Mary Roberts, who is going to sit here and be the videotape guinea pig for us. And so take it away, Ryan. I'm going to get you a mic. Here we go.
How are y'all doing? Good. All right. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather with my allergies lately, so a little stuffy.
It's a rough crowd.
Some of the basics you want to look at whenever you're filming anything. First of all, with our nice poser right here, sitting down on the chair, you want to make sure you have only a little bit of light coming from the back side and a lot of light kind of coming from the front. If you're not able to control your light as much, like we are here, and if you notice there's a lot of shadows being casted right now, kind of towards where her eyes are and things like that. What that does is obviously going to make it a little bit darker no matter what camcorder you're trying to use. So if that's an issue, just have them bring their chin up a little bit. That'll help bring their face more into the light. Don't do it so much that it looks like they're straining. Just a little bit of a tip will help to be able to bring their face more into the light. Tripods are very good for if you're able to just hold it here and camera record. If you're wanting to walk around a little bit more, camera recorders are really good, as well as these little mini ultras and things like that we actually have brought here for y'all. If you have any questions by any means. Which, side note, they did a video of me a little while ago, and if you count, I probably said y'all about 10 times in the video. One of those what not to do, so that's why I was doing it. If you don't have a tripod, or if you're just trying to walk around a little bit, you're just trying to do it really quickly, basic little rule of stabilization is your hands are naturally shaking, whether you realize it or not. With the high definition on these camcorders, or most camcorders that you have, you're not going to notice until you actually have the footage. So use things to stabilize. Put your other hand under it right like this. That'll help stabilize. If you keep it rested on your body a little bit, that'll help stabilize what you're actually shooting. Yeah, it's hard to hold the mic and catch up. So if you're like this, trying to videotape, it's a lot easier to get a stable picture because you're now using your body as well as your other hand as well, versus just holding it out there, your hand's going to shake a little bit. I can get a replacement. You need to be aware of the camcorder that you have, the filming quality as well as the audio quality. The ones we have outside, they're high definition, so they're going to get you a lot better video quality. They're not going to have a whole lot of zoom because camera recorders like that are meant for a quick on the go, let's hurry up and get this, but we want really good quality in it. They're not great for like if you want to go film your children going and playing sports, things like that, because you're going to probably want to zoom in a lot. Also your audio. The big tips on that, for instance, when we're in the hallway, whether you realize or not, the voice is carried. They actually pick up pretty good audio. If you can, if we're having our frame of reference right here, you have a board to place on the side of this person, that'll help block some of the audio. Or right next to you, so that it's going to block some of the audio coming from other angles, as well as if there's wind and things like that. This is just some simple little tricks to try and do. Yes, I said probably 50 times as well. Oh, 55. Oh, I'm glad someone's coming. Just be aware of what your product can do. It needs to become good audio quality. It's not going to be amazing audio quality. Also be aware of the editing software that you have. Most of the time you actually have to purchase editing software separately to be able to actually even do little touch-ups, things like that on video camcorders. Cameras, it's usually pretty basic with the camera itself. But like these flips that we have that y'all are promoting so much, they actually have their own built-in software. It's going to give you the ability to... Can I say that again? I guess that. Accept me and my flaws. But if you have any questions outside, we're happy to help you out with any information on, if you have basic questions on cameras, camcorders, especially the flips that we have out there. I believe we'll be out there, George, we'll be out there for about how much longer? Okay, we'll be there for at least another half hour. So if you would like to come and find out information, none of us work on commission. We're happy to tell you anything about them. We have 3 different styles. We have the Ultra HD, which is the one we're going to be raffling off or giving away in this session. We also have the Mino HD. This one requires a battery source that you can take in and out. Some people like that ability because then they can have a charger separately. They can have a separate charged battery with them wherever they're going. The other's going to have built-in batteries. But for instance, the Mino HD, which is this one right here, is going to be a lot thinner, a little bit easier to fit inside your pocket, things like that. The last one is going to be their flip, their slide camcorder, which is going to have a little bit more memory space, about 4 hours, as well as battery time. The standard on the others is going to be about 2 hours. So just make us aware of what I always tell my customers is buy what you would use and what you need out of your product. Just because something is cool or sounds neat, if you're never going to use that technology, there's no point in actually spending the money on it. So some people need that extra space on the slide because they're not going to download their videos again. Some people, 2 hours is great because they're going to download every single day. So just make sure you purchase what your need and what your chapter needs, rather than what just kind of sounds neato. I said neato also. Is there anything else? I mean, do you is there questions or anything like that? Or yes?
You said something about we should be buying separate software for editing, and I was wondering if you'd have any recommendations for us.
Well, if you have one of these flip camcorders, the software comes in built inside the unit itself. It's very basic. It's good. It's not going to be anything like where you're fixing the not going to fix the audio on like major levels. You're not going to fix the video on major levels. But if all you need is basic stuff, that's something that's very good for you. I think that's why y'all have endorsed it so much, or the council of y'all has endorsed the product so much. Not the WCR, it's the there you go. I was corrected on that as well during my video. Oh. Yeah. But as for other software, you can do really fancy stuff. Adobe usually has some stuff. It's usually about anywhere from $49 to $100 for just filming or just photo software. Sometimes you can buy the package together. It's a little bit cheaper. I believe the software they currently have is $99.99 for just video camcorders. So something like this, if you're not going to be doing a lot, again, there's no point in going out and spending the outrageous amounts on software if you're not going to take full advantage of it. If you're just going to do basic cuts, spend the money, save the money where you can, and get everything that you need, versus everything that you just kind of may want to get and never use. Anything else? All right.
Now, Brian did film for us, 2 of our members, and trial and error. dinner, as we were talking about the background noise, we had everything set up. It was very, very quiet, and we were filming, and then the performance management network class let out for a break. So we do have some background noise. We loved the content of the video, though, so we still want to share it with you.
Yeah. You always want to be aware of your product and what it can do, but also where you are. The hallways here, for instance, carry volume quite well. It's just something you need to be aware of when you're kind of filming. Whereas if you're outside, maybe you want to be aware of the wind, things like that, cars, traffic. Just it's better to know and to plan ahead than to get a product you think was really good, and you get home, you're kind of like, ooh, wow, I didn't think of this. Just, you know, sometimes the little things really matter when it comes to filming.
Okay, we are
The diverse faces.
of Women's Council of Realtors.
The strength of our council
is in promoting
The current membership
and how networking
with these talented
entrepreneurs will lead your chapter
to success.